Good morning and thank you for joining us here on Buy Now, Sell Now. Ashish, coming to you first, and Mr. Kyal I'm talking about. Uh, you know, we have a bull market currently still very much on the cards. You have improving vaccine data coming out. So, in terms of a high risk, low risk idea, will you now still be looking at some of the stocks which have done well over the past, like pharma, IT, or are you also rotating toward perhaps more cyclical or recovery oriented stocks?
Good morning to you and the viewers. See, the overall market, which has been ongoing right now, has been on a rotational basis, and we can clearly see pharma was the flavor about back. Now it has been rotating more towards the metal side. We can clearly see Tata Metals outperforming right now. And also one very interesting aspect is that in this up move, there has been mid cap stocks have started participating lately, not initially, but now lately we have started seeing mid cap participating. So I think it's better to pick up stock from the mid cap space, but not everything is participating. The overall advance decline ratio, if you check the chart, have been declining. So not everything is participating over the past 1 month, and that's why it is very stock specific and sector specific movement that we can continue to see from here on. On Nifty, I think 12,900 is the level that it has to cross. We managed to open around that zone above, but we are still seeing some profit booking coming around that zone. So if we are managing to close above that level 12,900, then I think the rally can extend. But it has been nearly around 12 to 13 days since we have seen a close below the prior day low, and that's why some consolidation or relieving the overbought zone of the indicators is expected over short term. So short term there can be some consolidation happening, and in that phase stock specific movement can continue.
Okay, great. Thanks for that. And Mr. Maheshwari, hi. What's on rotation towards cyclical stocks? But you never gave us your picks today, high risk and low risk for our viewers.
Pick is going to be VRL Logistics, and the stock has been doing fantastically well with a strong momentum on the upside. Unfortunately, by the time I was about to give the stock, it was trading somewhere around 176, and I think right now it is somewhere around 181 already. So it's very near to the target, but I think any dips can be utilized as buying opportunity on this stock, VRL Logistics, keeping a stop loss of 169.50 and for the target of 184. This is a high risk kind of a trade. The next stock is going to be on the buy side is going to be KNR Constructions. Again, it has been consolidating for quite some time between the range of 260 and 245. And in today's session, we can clearly see a breakout coming out of that range. It is managing to sustain that. And if any close around 263 happens, then I think it can continue to move on the upside for the target, which is derived based on the width of the pattern. If you project it on the upside, the target comes to around 276. So one can go long on KNR Constructions at CMP, keeping a stop loss of 255 for the target of 276 from the high risk side of a trade.
Okay, thanks for that. Now that we've got your recommendations, let's see what the viewers are interested in. We have the first query this morning from Prabhat Gogoi, and he's bought 340 shares of IOC at 87 rupees per share. He'd like to know if he should add more or exit. So, Mr. Maheshwari, coming to you first, what's your verdict on an IOC?
See, IOC is passing through a tough phase, though they are now working at 100% capacity, but their GRMs are at all-time low, and which are quite unsustainable ones. So we are not going to see good improvement in profitability as far as GRMs are concerned. Until the time GRM doesn't improve, then we are going to see pressure in the stock. And another story which was of BPCL divestment, which was going to help IOC valuation also, I think it's going to take some time. So my
for existing positions, you can hold on with a stop loss of 83.70 and then expect a target of around 88. This is from a short-term trading perspective, since he bought at 87, which is little on the higher levels that he has bought. I think he should be able to get out around 87 or 88 levels once we start seeing some positive move, but maintain a stop loss of 83.70 on the downside.
Okay, so cautious stop loss there from Mr. Kyal. Maybe you can get out of the same price. So that's interesting, two slightly differing views on the stock. But let's go to query 2, which is from the same viewer, but it's a different stock, obviously. And Prabhu, ITC have a possible near-term spike in it before he looks to get out, or what's your read on this?
Yes, see, the way I'm looking at ITC, it is formed a very strong base around 160 to 165 levels based on the technical chart. And this stock has not yet participated the way the other stocks that we can see have participated in the rise. But there is a potential that we can start seeing some consolidation for a few months. I'm not ruling that out. Post that consolidation, I think ITC can outperform because FMCG as a whole pack can start the outperformance in this rotational buying that we have witnessed. So ITC, my stand would be that if he has the position, he can hold on to the position, keep a stop loss of 160. It's far away because we are talking about from a long term perspective. Keep a stop loss of 160, and I think we can expect a target of around 240 to 250 from 2 to 3 years perspective. So that is possible, but do not expect any magical trend to emerge immediately right now. It can consolidate, it might take time, it needs to form a base, and then eventually it should outperform.
Okay, great. So again, slightly opposing view from both our experts, but a big thank you to you both for joining us this morning. It's